how long have I worked at HeR Interactive? Well, let's see, it's been since November of 1997, which means it's been over 15 years, which means that I've been working at HeR Interactive before many of our players were even born. Well, as creative director, my responsibility is to ensure that all the elements of the game, from the story to the gameplay, puzzles, art, music, characters, everything all the elements that come together, they come together in a cohesive way that makes a very fun gameplay experience for the player. And it's ensuring that it's a game that's appropriate for our players and also is in line with the expectations that we and our players have for the brand. So basically, I sit back and let everybody else do the hard work, and then I just come in at the end and say, yeah, looks good, my work is done here. Now, can we retake that? Basically, on any given game cycle, I will get with the designer and the scriptwriter and others, and we will, on a weekly basis, be involved in basically walking through the game while it's in its current state of development. So that'll entail us sitting down, maybe just actually playing through the game on paper, talking through it, trying to find holes in the story, questions that we might want to ask a character, places where we feel like we're getting stuck, and we're just basically kind of just grinding through the game and trying to find problem areas. And so, we do that week to week, and by the end of the game cycle, we've really kind of tightened up the game really well, and that's a big part of what I'm doing. On my own, I'll also be playing through puzzles and playing through game parts and just giving comments to the designer and feedback, so that I'm looking at a puzzle, I'm saying, okay, is this puzzle too difficult for our audience? Does it make sense? Does it feel like it's integrated well into the story? And so I'll just kind of be having a back and forth with our designer, and we'll tweak stuff. We also have focus groups that do that, and I get to be involved in seeing the outcome of those results, and so we'll tweak stuff there as well. A funny memory that I had, because I've been here so long, so way back when we were in the wee early years of HeR Interactive, when we were making computer games on stone tablets when they didn't have computers, we, well, there was like, 7 or 8 people in the whole company, and it was this really small office, and we all basically, wore a lot of different hats and did a lot of, did everything to kind of help out. And so, our art team was like 3 people, but I was one of them, and, one of the things that I had to help pitch in on was manning the phones for customer service stuff. So, people can't call into order, and of course, I was clueless. I didn't know. I've never done that, and so of course, I would be like, okay, I'll take my shift. Sure, I'll man the phones, and it was like, inevitably the phone would ring, and I'd be like, the phone's ringing. What do I do? Answer the phone. Hello. Hi. Hello. Yeah. Thanks for calling HeR Interactive. Yeah. What can I do for you? Oh, you want to buy a Secrets Can Kill game? Oh, awesome. All right. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Here, let me just take down that name. Yeah, got that. Your address. Okay, and credit card. I'll just write that here. Okay, good. Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, we'll ship that right out. Thanks. Hey, I sold one, guys. Awesome. Yeah, they don't make me do that anymore, so it's probably a good thing. But it was pretty exciting back then. So for Tomb, the main project I was working on was revamping our UI, our user interface, which is obviously the frame that the game plays in. And so all the menu buttons, the inventory, the task list and journal, all that stuff was pretty outdated looking. It's a little clunky to use, and we were increasing our resolution for Tomb, so it was going to have to be redone regardless. And we just felt like we needed to freshen it up and kind of make it a little more functional. And so another initiative that we had was to make it a little more accessible, which means we were trying to get new players that were being introduced to our game to not be intimidated by this kind of strange interface, to kind of make it feel like everything was there in front of you. In Dead, we kind of integrated hints into the task list to kind of give people more help. So we were just trying to make it a little more streamlined, a little more user-friendly. In Dead, we were short an artist, so I actually got to take on an environment for that game, which was kind of fun because I hadn't done that in a while. So I worked on Nico's office, which is on the main floor there with the mechanical bird and the animations there. That was a lot of fun. I also got to design and build, do the art for a puzzle aggregation, which was that kind of arcade game that was in the lounge, and that was a lot of fun to work on as well. For Goth, if I told you I would have to, well, you know, no, really the main stuff that I worked on in Goth can be seen in the trailer at the end of Dead. So the Thornton family estate, the main entrance there, the driveway that you go down that has the whole line of gnarled oaks, and the front of the house. I did the house exterior and the kind of the main porch on the house. So that whole exterior part of the environment was what I got to work on, and that was a lot of fun to do. This game is going to be our scariest game today, so be ready. For fun, well, I have 4 kids, ages 8 to 15, so a lot of family time in there, playing with the kiddos, for sure. But I also like playing board games. I like to play a lot of board games, and I'm not talking like Monopoly, I'm talking about like real board games like, you know, Tigris and Euphrates, or Through the Ages, or Stone Age, or Seven Wonders, some of these great German board games that are out there. Love doing that. I like to play volleyball, play on leagues. It's a lot of fun. And let's see, I'm still a big Minecraft nerd. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of that, although it's, you know, when you got 4 kids in your family and 1 computer at home, it's hard to get time on the computer, so, you know, it's a challenge, but yeah, it's fun. Oh, that's easy. I would go to 2002, the year 2002, and I would go to LA, and I would go to the Fox Network studios and talk to the executives there and convince them to not cancel Firefly. Because, I mean, let's face it, the world would be a better place if we had more episodes of Firefly. That's a fact.